So, a bit of a shorter video for you guys today now. This is a bit of a different setup than what I'm used to for a repair video, but um, basically last week I went to my storage unit, which is where I'm storing, furniture that was donated to me and other items while I'm in the middle of purchasing a new home. And I there's a donation section in my storage unit facility. It's like a taped off area near the front of the entrance area of the storage unit. And it basically is where people can put, like drawers, chairs, tables, stuff that they don't want anymore that other people may be able to use. Um, Now, I went there to drop off some stuff for my mother who didn't want a couple of things anymore. So I, stopped on by, dropped them off. And when I was there, I noticed this. A Z87 motherboard box. Now, my first intuition was that this box was empty and someone just put this there so they could get rid of it. And I was almost going to not look at it because I was sort of like, I don't think this is worth anything. But I said, you know what? Why not? Why shouldn't I go over and check if it's not empty? And I picked it up, and of course, it had some weight to it. And I was like, ooh, what goodies are inside? Open it up, and there are two GPUs in here. But these are pretty old. These are actually 660 Ti's to be specific. These are MSI Twin Frozer 660 Ti OC, meaning they can be overclocked. And there's two of them with an SLI cable. So whoever was running this was running both of these in SLI mode. Now these are quite old. And they don't go for much anymore. They go for about 20 to 15 bucks. But considering I found this on basically the literal trash pile, I was like, I might as well see if we can get these working and see if they can fetch me, at least maybe 20 to 30 bucks. There's also a couple other things in here, like some SATA cables. There's some like these nice adjustable zip ties, which I might keep. But other than that, there's not much else. There's screws, SATA cables, other things. So, yeah. So someone who built this, if you want your SATA cables back, I don't know, just leave me a comment and I can try to give them back to you. But so we're going to try to test these today and see if they work. Now, you're probably wondering, how the hell am I going to test these without a computer? Because, don't have anything. And I was going to originally test it in my daily driver PC, and I said, no. We're not doing that. That thing is expensive, and I don't want to ruin it by testing some, decade-old hardware. So I went into my box of a ton of computers that I have to work on and make videos of, and I went to go find a motherboard. And I found a old Supermicro server that I got from my previous place of employment, and ripped that out of there, bought a power supply off of eBay for about 10 bucks, and I came out with this thing. This is my test bench. So I bought this chassis on Amazon for about $15. It is an open air PC case. This is a valid way to actually build your PC. I've known a couple people who've done it this way. Especially if you're in a climate-controlled environment where you can control the temperature and the air quality. It's a valid setup, and actually a lot cheaper because this thing only costs 15 bucks as compared to maybe like the 100 to maybe 80 bucks you would pay for a regular case. But in this scenario, it works for me because I don't know, how much I'm gonna need to plug in, and I figured easier to have an open-air case and not have to buy a whole case because I can also store it very easily too. So, yeah, the motherboard here was gotten from the Supermicro server. It is a micro ATX, obviously. There's an M.2 SSD in there. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM. I don't know what CPU it has. I think it's like an i5, I remember. And a 500 watt power supply. And this power button I also ripped from the chassis as well. So, what we're going to do, I've already installed Linux Mint on this thing. We're just going to plug in the GPU and I guess see if it works or explodes or turns on or catches fire. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're set up here. I don't have a label, so I wrote a number on it in dry erase, so it'll come off later. Let's go ahead and clean this thing up. Not a whole lot of dust. So this thing is off. It is off. Okay, good. Okay. I realize now that this is not going to sit in because it's not going to fit. Oh, actually, yes, it will. It will sit in like that. Very nice. Okay. Now I need the PCI connectors. Really? It's going to take 2 8-slot PCIs? Wow, this thing is power hungry. Oh, wait, sorry, 2 6. I'm blind. Jeez. I am very blind. Hold on, I think I need to do it this way. Put this here, and put this one in after. Okay. Okay. Is there a screw? There is a screw. Let me go grab a PCI screw real quick so I can keep this from falling out. Okay, that is in there. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And I guess what I'm going to do is take one of these. I guess I will. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it because I'll probably default to using this with the GPU plugged in. So let's see if this bad boy actually works. I guess we're gonna. I'll tape this part first, and then I'll switch over to the cam for the monitor to see if this actually works. So, all right, here we go. Why is this bent? Oh, I fixed it. Anyway, here we go. Okay, fans are spinning. It's a good sign. Is it going to display any video though? Let's see. Oh, it does display video on the boot. It does. It does boot to Linux Mint. And it does start. Look at that. Very nice. All right, cool. All right. So it does seem to work. I'm going to go get drivers installed and I'll switch over to the display cam for you guys. Okay, we are here in the display cam. I don't think I can do separate videos for this because I need to film it simultaneously. I don't have 2 video sources, so I'm gonna have to just plug them each in at a time. So we tried the first one here, the first display port. Let's try the second display port connector and see if it works. As far as trying SLI, I don't think I'm going to try it because I don't have a second PCI slot, unfortunately. And because SLI really isn't a thing anymore, I don't think I'm going to be try. Well, it's HDMI. Oh, damn. Okay, I can't try that. Shoot. Actually, I might be able to because I think I have an HDMI to DisplayPort connector, I think. But anyway, there's also 2 VGA out, so we're gonna go and try that first. So let's go try the VGA. Wait, these are not VGA. Oh, these are DVI. Oh, but they're colored blue. Why? I thought they looked a little wide. Ah, Christ. I forget. I think this does have DVI. Yes, it does. Okay, I have to go grab the DVI connector. Okay, I did install the NVIDIA driver for this GPU, so it seems to display, but not at a correct resolution. I'm not quite sure, nor do I feel like actually figuring it out. So all I care about is that the display is actually working, which it does seem to be doing. I originally thought that maybe it was because the second display was DVI D, and my monitor wasn't taking DVI-D, but my monitor does have DVI-D input, so it should be able to take it fine. So I'm not sure what it is. It could be something with the way that the GPU was enabled. It might be something where it has to use the first monitor first and then the second monitor, because they are labeled 1 and 2. So I think maybe it has something to do with a dual monitor configuration. I'm not quite sure, but I don't really care at this point. All I know is that the DVI output works, so the GPU is functional. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it is working, and that I have not tested for SLI, but I'm going to sell them individually. So let's go ahead and test the second one. Okay, this time I decided to plug all three inputs in to make things easier on me. Move this over a little bit. Okay. And we'll just test them as we go along. We'll just change the output. The NVIDIA drivers might be screwing up my display because this is very old. This is a very old thing, so I don't even know if I got the right drivers for it. I just did the typical ones. I probably might want to uninstall and go back to Niveu, which was working before, but I'm just here testing output. So let's do input select, and we're going to do display port. Okay, there we go. We're going to do input select. Let's do, I think we're on D sub. Let's go to DVI. And there we go. Okay. Let me plug in the other DVI adapter. DVI plug, and we'll see if this works, and then we'll call this a day. Get in there, buddy. Okay. I might need to reboot, but we'll see. Nope, there we go. Cool. All right. Sick. So the display adapters are working on the GPU, so everything looks good. So yeah, let's go back to the top-down cam and we'll finish up. Get back here in the top-down cam. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I mean, obviously I got these for free off of a literal garbage pile, so you know I can't ask really for much off these. But let's just wipe them down, get them cleaned up a little bit, and then I will finish up. So I did see a way to take off the fans, but I don't think I'm going to do that because they actually don't look that dirty, which is shocking considering where they were found. They don't look all that bad, which is nice. So. What are we gonna do? Yeah, so it looks pretty good though, especially on this side. This is looking pretty clean. So take this down. There we go. Nice and good looking. So let's go get number 2. That one's pretty clean as well. Looking pretty nice. Backside, still a little bit dusty, but not much we can do about that at the moment. Caked onto the board, but fan fins are actually looking pretty good. They don't look that bad. I've definitely seen a lot worse for fan fins, but those are looking pretty good. So, all right. So there we go. 2 garbage bin GPUs that I managed to find and pick up and are actually quite decent. I got to make a little test bench out of it, so that was a bit of fun. As far as what these can sell for, probably about 20 bucks each, and not a whole lot of money made off of these, but I'm just surprised that I managed to find them and that they worked. So that was fun. But yeah, just a small little video for you guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.